live. We are live. We are live for another episode of the New Jack Swing podcast as we talk through, I think, one of the most important soundtracks of the 90s because I think it was a launch pad for a lot of other ones. People might say House Party, but anyway, this is going to be a good debate this evening. So for those who are just joining us, we are going to go through the New Jack City soundtrack, talk about the influence, the songs, and everything thereabout. But as always, our special panel, we got VJ, Stevie, and Andrew Knight. So VJ, how have you been?
Good. Good. Anything unsport related, I'm okay. Anything you want, which is nothing to do with sport. We did the interview with Rex and Effect earlier this week, Markel and Akil, which went on for 5 hours, as you very well know, Andy. That was a very long conversation, and that was good. And I wanted to share this with people. I don't know, when you're kids, you like toys, right? Well, I'm a grown man, and I really needed this toy. I don't know if you can see that. It's a Tribe Called Quest.
Wow.
4 figures.
Wow.
So all 4 of them. Just random and totally unnecessary, but that was something that came through the post recently, so I thought I'd share that.
Oh, okay. Teddy Stromberg, welcome. Robert Ellis, welcome. Dwayne, welcome. Last Exit to Brooklyn, welcome. Rascal, welcome. Benton, welcome. Stevie, how have you been?
I've been good, mate. Very, very good. Good evening to everybody out there watching, viewing. Hope you've all had a good week as well. I've had a good week. Been busy with doing my videos for my vinyl search videos, keeping up with Teddy Riley interviews on YouTube. He seems to be doing one every day. The guy put in work to plug that book. Fair play to him. And Manchester City won today at Wembley 2-0 and secured the first trophy of the season. So I'm very happy this evening. Thank you, please.
Okay. Baseline G, welcome. NMAC, welcome. DJ All Day, we've just started. Ezekiel, good to see you. Andrew Knight, how have you been?
I'm doing good. I would just say the busiest year of my life continues, and I'm just trying to keep up with all of the things that are happening. And I know we'll talk about some other things that are happening kind of like relevant to the New Jack space, particularly around Tommy Brown. Just wanted to, mention that. But yeah.
You want to tell people who don't know who he is?
Tommy Brown is Bobby Brown's older brother, and he was for many, many, many years his manager. And unfortunately, he had passed away very recently. I think I want to say like this weekend, and just a sad time. As I mentioned before, I mean, I feel like Bobby has had to deal with a lot of loved ones passing, and I can't imagine having to deal with that while on tour. So. Yeah, my thoughts just go out to him and his family, thoughts and prayers in the most non-cliched way possible. I really am thinking about that. Brothers y'all are my brothers too, but like blood brothers, it's a close relationship.
Yeah, definitely. I think I don't think there's anyone who, if you heard Bobby, you always know about Tommy from, especially after the Bobby album and how he was always around and stuff. So, yes. He lost his son, I think, a year and a half ago. Then lost his daughter. So it must be a tough one for him. Okay, yes, and so So for those,
you, Namdi? Have you recovered from your 5-hour interview, Namdi? How have you been?
Okay, so first of all, I have to thank VJ for connecting. For his connections, because he's very good friends with Akil and Markel, and to get that sorted. I will say that I was shocked to see Markel because you don't see him or hear from him, so it was a shock to see the fact that he was there before I early. Then Akil joined in. After 4 hours, I said, "Okay, guys, Tammy Lucas had the record of 4 hours and 20 minutes, but you guys are close, so it's really great." And they kept talking deliberately to hit the 5 hour mark to break the record. And I was like, guys, so it's a tough one to sit down for 5 hours, and I had to be at work the next morning. I had clinics, so yes, I had so I mentally haven't recovered from that. But I would say that if there's anything I got from the interview is how much Markel respects and appreciates Arkell for his career, for everything. There's a brotherhood about Arkell and Markel's relationship that you wouldn't tell from watching them. But we also spent a good hour talking about Brandon Mitchell and how much he was a part of them and how much his death affected them, and how much he was. They described him like the Bobby Brown of the group, and if he was still around, the group dynamics of Rex and Freck would have been much different, because he sings, he did all that. So it was important to be able to honor, to be able to mention and discuss him, because I know Teddy gives interviews about when Brandon died and he kind of moved and everything. I think it affected him, but not as much as these guys. So I look forward, after digesting and recuperating, probably next week, starting to work on that 5 hours. Is quite a lot. But the promise we have is that we did 5 hours and we realized we hadn't even touched the surface. VJ had hundreds of questions from people that didn't answer. So we promised that we will do a live interview in probably after Easter. So they'll be on live, and then people can fire questions and stuff, because so that's one to come. Okay, and then outside of that, yes, I still keep reaching out to Teddy to come on board, but who knows? Maybe one day. Okay.
Oh, and Baseline G, thank you very much for complimenting my T-shirt. I got this at the Guy concert on September the 13th, 1991. I remember the day because I'm a weird fan like that. Can't help it. DJ all day. That Tribe Called Quest thing was from Zavi. So you can pick that up on Zavi if you can access that.
Yes. Okay. So let us talk about this album, but maybe the film as well, because I think I remember when watching the film, it was in those early 90s, this sense of crack on the East Coast was quite different than on the West Coast, which was about more gang violence. So the films were very much about growing up in hood and trying to survive gang violence. On the East Coast, it was growing up, hustling, selling drugs, and trying not to die from crack. So very different images of Black America from those late 80s, early 90s. And this film and this character of Nino Brown, a version of Gene Griffin, a drug dealer, who tried to, played excellently by Wesley Snipes. It was definitely an eye opener for me, and then also, a soundtrack that I think they just, 11 songs, but they just went, wow. I think they set a standard that everyone started to go and follow through it. I'll start with you, VJ. I mean, what's your memories of the film, and then also the soundtrack that came along with it?
For me, I think I started collecting CDs quite late. I think 1991 would have been around the time I started collecting CDs. And I had to get the CD because that's the only place that you could get the Guy track, which I'm sure, as you can tell by my T-shirt's definitely going to be number 11 on the list. Number 11. Not going to be any higher than that, I promise. The film was very exciting. I was very excited for the film to come out. Excited to see Christopher Williams in it. Excited to see Keith Sweat at the wedding, and then excited to see Guy in the club performing in a film. I thought that was very exciting. And as you said, this is quite rightly so, soundtrack, I think that epitomized that type of soundtrack. This was the one. This was the beginning. I would say this was the beginning. House Party had an impact, but there was something different about this when this came out. There was just House Party was a year before, right? Yeah. So when this came out, this just or a few months before, 6 months or so before, this was the one. And every song on this album, I don't think I skipped any song whenever I listened to it. It was just start to finish. So exciting soundtrack. And it was great to see Facts of Life included, which came out quite a while before. So a nice inclusion, a little bit like Ain't My Type of Hype on House Party, because that came out long before the soundtrack was made. So it's nice to see that included. But yeah, that's it. Very excited when it came out.
Okay, Stevie.
I think as a naive teenager back then, when I heard about this movie, this movie coming out, New Jack City, I thought, great, got a New Jack Swing movie with a soundtrack. It's going to be about New Jack Swing, and guys going to be on. This was the naivety. So when I actually sat down and watched the movie, I was just like, I was in complete shock, because this film pulls no punches. Didn't really, in terms of what you're talking about there, crack, gangsterism, shootings. It was a shocker. I mean, you got New Jack City. I mean, boys, scenes in this movie, the scenes in Boys in the Hood, and then a few years later, which this film took it to an even harder level. I don't know if any of you've seen Menace to Society. I've only seen it once. I just thought it was too brutal to watch again. Too brutal. But it is. I mean, the soundtrack itself, it's incredibly hard to rate, because you try to rate hip hop tracks against New Jack tracks, against R&B ballads. Where do you put them all? And one of the tracks that I didn't appreciate much back then, but I'm listening to it now and I'm like, this track in particular just sums up the whole movie. It's the Two Live Crew track, In the Dust. When you listen to that track and what they're talking about and how they're putting it across, it just sums up the movie, and it's like I say, it just doesn't pull any punches. But great soundtrack, great movie, great memories. And I did on DVD with all the bonus bits. I have watched it a few to go back and watch it again. There's a lot of deleted scenes on that. But yeah, again, we're so lucky. We're so lucky back then. We've spoiled us. We got to pinch ourselves to get, because we just don't get that now, do we? We're looking forward to this Michael Jackson movie, which looks like it's made with AI. I'm holding back my thoughts on that. But Andrew, go to you next. What are your thoughts?
Man. I definitely have some of what you said definitely resonated with me. So I always bring up that I lived in Atlantic Canada until the fall of '91. So when I would watch these commercials, whether it was House Party or New Jack City, they weren't playing those movies where I lived, so I always felt like I was just, I'm watching from afar and I'll have to wait till it comes out on video. That said, my impression of kind of the New Jack era was also one of more uplifting. I was young. I was only 13 at the time. So to go from like, I get the job done and I want somebody, like very to like, crack and crime and Nino Brown and like Rockabye Baby, boom. That was, and then even the topless women like doing the thing, like what is going on here, right? So anyway, the movie was a phenomenon. I also remember even there were some headlines of like shootings happening at the screenings, like where it was playing. So it was like kind of getting bad press, but at the same time, the movie was just a bit of a movement. I remember For the Love of Money, like when that was playing on the radio and there was different versions with Troop in there as well. Like it was just, and then CMB and Color Me Bad. I will sing the song, I'm just playing. But no, seriously, it was the beginning of the loss of innocence, I would say, as far as what New Jack Swing meant to the culture. And we saw it shift from kind of New Jack to like gangster rap, with Boys in the Hood, I think, being kind of the bridge, and then Menace to Society going all the way to the other side. So, but at the same time, it kept it real, because that's kind of where New Jack really came from. You're just getting the underbelly of what we were getting before with Groove Me and everything else. So And it's, I think to this day, the most kind of accessible thing for people who aren't familiar with New Jack Swing. They're like, oh, you mean New Jack City? Like that's their first thought. They think of that before they think of the music itself, for crossover audiences, if you will, or people who aren't familiar with it. So it's a touchstone for sure.
Yeah, I did. I always like to, as a reference point, just think of some of the albums that came out in 1991. So Dangerous came out in 91. Boyz II Men's Cooley High Harmony, Jodeci's Forever My Lady, Prince's Diamonds and Pearls, Mariah Carey's Emotions. We had Power of Love by Luther, Minting Conditions debut album, Meant to Be Mint, Tevin Campbell's debut album, and then we had Keith Sweat's Keep It Coming. And I think when there was something about that album that I thought that if they had put Let's Chill or Telling Me No Again, probably on that album, would have done better. And there's also this fact that he said that he was supposed to get Let's Chill before the end of the day, and it didn't come, so he had to record something else. My theory is that Gene Griffin said, this song's too good. We're keeping it, so don't release it. Because yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So that actually came out in my interview with Bernard Bell. So originally, it makes sense. Keith Sweat is singing at a wedding, so "Let's Chill" was supposed to be the song in the wedding scene, but it just wasn't coming off. Like, you know what? This doesn't sound good with you on it, so we switched it to "There You Go, Telling Me No Again" instead. But but it was basically like your voice just isn't really. Because Bernard and Teddy both worked on Let's Chill, so it literally was more of like a creative decision.
Okay,
but they kept the scene. So
yeah. But then okay. Because Keith says that the trunk didn't come on time, but maybe he didn't want to say that he didn't sound great on it. Like that makes sense.
I understand that. I mean, for sure, yeah. I wouldn't say that either if I was Keith, but that's just me.
Regional, we've talked about this before.
One of the big controversy. Go on, VJ. I'll tell you my thoughts after what he's going to say.
I was going to say, Let's Chill. The original version that was recorded by Damien Hall, and then they switched that to Aaron Hall by Guy. So we have discussed that. Mm-hmm. And just on a different topic, sorry about the T-shirt very quickly. Justin, you bought me a copy of this exact same T-shirt, and there was a lot of kindness that came out when NJS Forever was doing a lot more back about 10, 15, 20 years ago. And there was a lot of kindness. And Justin, you sent me a copy of this exact same T-shirt. And thank you. And it's nice that I'm wearing this one today because, yeah, it was very kind of you. And I can't believe you're on here and I'm wearing the exact one because I've got a few Guy T-shirts. And yeah, anyway, thank you.
And tremendous apologies because Stevie wanted to say something, but really quick, 5 Heartbeats, goated. So thank you, Teddy, for mentioning that. Came out on my birthday, by the way, March 29. And Nights Like This by what's called After 7 came from that movie. And then also wanted to give a shout out to Donald Cleveland, who's just jumped in here as well, because you definitely keep it up. Keep us, what's the word I'm looking for? Keep us accessing, I can't think today, with those rare, awesome compilations you put together. Stevie, back to you because you were going to say something. I apologize for the controversy.
So I was just going to say something about Ice-T at the time, the controversy of him playing a cop in the movie. Because if you think what he was doing over on the West Coast with his own albums, which were very gangsterism, and that group Body Count, which was completely against the police at the time, for him to turn up as a cop in the movie caused a lot of problems. Did cause, as I do remember, it's kind of coming back to me. But he played that role so well, so that's probably why he got away with it. But it did cause, that caused a lot of problems at the time. I do remember the controversy of that.
You know? And he's had a 20-year career on Law and Order, so I'm sure he's learned his lessons.
Yeah.
Is that right? He's the longest running.
What are you, Ice-T? Are you a gangster or are you a policeman? It was like, what are you here? Are you a gangster? Which side was the controversy?
Yeah, no, I think the show is the longest running. I don't know if he's the longest cast on it, but he's been there for a minute. So
I read that this week that he might be the longest running actor in a single role in American TV show history. That's what I read, something like that. So
I'm not sure.
I'm sure some people that are on Coronation Street might have different things to say, but that's a different conversation for another time, perhaps.
Yeah. Just a few more things was Karen White's Ritual of Love, The Comfort Zone by Vanessa Williams, which is an underrated album. Also came out in 91. And then the three soundtracks, Jungle Fever, Boys in the Hood soundtrack, and New Jack City. And it's amazing how awesome how both Boys in the Hood and New Jack City told two different stories about what was happening growing up in those areas. I mean, I was afraid to watch Boys in the Hood, that whole scene at the end and stuff. And I'm like, I was afraid to go move to California because of Boys in the Hood. I'm like, damn, there's nowhere place safe. You can't wear any red or blue. But then New Jack City almost looked like a scary sort of neighborhood and stuff. But we're talking now about the music that came out of this. I mean, if you think about the, I don't even know where I'm pointing. Is it this way? Yeah, I should be pointing this way. Yeah. So when we're thinking about all the people that were on there, I mean, Christopher Williams came out with that massive Dreaming. Guy, I loved their performance and I loved, the energy they brought. An introduction to Call Me Bad, talking to Brian Abrams. He was saying that, look, they were four Christian kids, and then their first song was to sing "Sex You Up," and it was almost like they kind of took them from, they were discovered by Kool and the Gang, FS Effect, Essence, Two Live Crew. I mean, it's just Call Me Bad, Queen Latifah, Troop. It was just like Mara Van Peebles was like, I just wanted to be rich, and I just want to see how much the music will help sell the music, the film. And they really did complement each other as well. Yes, okay. What's up, Vijay?
No, I was just going to say, surprised to see some people. Leechin Fat is on here. Another serious New Jack Swing fan. Nice to see you on here. I saw Richard yesterday at your very good friend at a New Jack Swing party in London. They played Dog Me Out. I heard Dog Me Out in a club yesterday. The remix. How good was that?
Nice.
Oh my God. Dog Me Out was, oh God. And High Five, I Like the Way. Jane Child. All in a nightclub setting. And I don't go clubbing, so the dance. I did 18,000 steps yesterday just by dancing. I think I'd done 12 steps in total before I got into the club. So, I was dancing all night.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So this is going to be interesting just to go through our songs. So 11 songs. We're doing our top 10. So it'll be interesting to see who got left out. And then, of course, the honorable mentions and stuff like that. I think Ezekiel said, let's not forget Aaron's excellent vocals on the track. And I understand that Aaron at this moment in time isn't in a space where he's singing. I didn't go to the was it the Legacy tour, and to see, is it Legacy tour with Guy and Keith Sweat?
Yes.
And New Edition. So, but I saw videos and it didn't feel as if he was singing at his best. But I think it's quite easy to forget the impact he had on black music when he came out in '88, and he dominated. He was known as the voice, and there was no one who would argue with that. Whether you want to say he copied Stevie Wonder or he was very similar or Charlie Wilson, he was the voice with Teddy's music and his singing. There was no doubt that Aaron was one of our greatest R&B singers. And so I hope my thing is that it's important to not then discredit him as and given the respect for the legacy that he created. And I think that is something that's, as Ezekiel says, let's not forget his vocals and what he brings to music. So that was just something I just felt when I've been seeing videos and there seems to be this whole of, Aaron was the past. That's like, yes, things have moved forward, but he still has a massive legacy, especially for New Jack Swing fans. Okay, almost as if no one agrees with that, so that's fine.
Absolutely, no, absolutely. Sorry, I thought we were about to talk about something else. No, Aaron Hall. Come on, man. I'm wearing him on I've got him on my T-shirt, man. Here he is. He's there. Yeah, he's there. So Aaron Hall, absolutely. And an interesting conversation came up in a group, and I won't talk too much about that. Out of these 4 vocalists, who is the best, and what order would you put them in? Who was it? It was
Johnny Gill,
Aaron Hall,
Johnny Gill,
and R. Kelly.
Joe, and R. Kelly.
So yeah, I think everybody has their own opinions, and I understand why some people would say Johnny Gill because he is a real crooner. But for me, Aaron Hall tops that list because Aaron Hall was the lead singer of Guy, and think of Groove Me, you think of Spend the Night, you think of My Fantasy, you think of that first album, and even through to the second album. Aaron's voice was just hit differently, and his vocals over a New Jack Swing track, it hit better than any other artist of the time. There's nobody that had that whose voice had that impact on me, other than maybe Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think anybody would have even said Johnny Gill at Aaron's peak. I think it's just that Johnny's been consistent now. But even when he came out with "Love You the Right Way" or "My," I don't think I would listen to that and say, "Oh, he's much better than Aaron," because and stuff. But anyway, for a different conversation. So
wow,
we've got.
I can't. What are you two? What are you two on about? Serious? What are
Steve
saying there about?
I was Stevie on that.
Whatever, dude.
What?
Johnny Gill. What? What? This absolute blasphemy.
Yeah.
You tell me, Johnny
Well,
Gill.
who's been the more consistent? Who's got the bigger vocal runs?
Well, listen, Stevie, you carry
Still
on.
sing today.
No.
You put on that red dress all you like, mate.
It's probably for another podcast.
Yeah.
Johnny was called Little Luther. Johnny has a 20-minute My live rendition that was played on the radio sometimes. Johnny was seen as like the second coming of Luther. He was the heavyweight. He was like uneffable. Now, I agree that, Aaron's voice on top of Teddy's productions is unmatched. I agree with that. But I just think talking pure vocal talent and ability, I mean, I don't think it's It's JG. Straight up.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. I have bias and I own it.
Okay.
Aaron Hall all day long.
Okay. We will have that debate at a different day. But so starting off at number 10. At number 10 for me, let me get to my playlist. At number 10 was probably, it's strange that there were 2 hip hop tracks on this album, and the one that I didn't that was a little hardcore, especially for the role that was played, was Ice-T's New Jack Hustler. It felt different compared to the rest of the album, which was very, it felt quite different. But that came in at number 10 for me. So Ice-T's New Jack Hustler. Hey, at number 10 for me.
I think
I flag.
A second and I missed that. What is going on? That's a straight red. 10 game ban. 10 game ban.
So that's number 10 for me.
Wow, dude, that's a mad one. Fair enough. List, so it's all good.
It shows you how hard it is to rate. Yeah, it shows you how hard it is to rate. Then if he's put that at number 10, shows you how very difficult it is to rate.
That's the thing with this album. They're all really solid songs.
That is a huge record, damn dear. Huge jam.
Yeah, they're definitely
huge banger.
Yeah, there's definitely there are definitely some great songs in here, and so yeah. Okay, Reed, what's number 10 for you?
My number 10, produced by Grandmaster Flash, and the interesting thing about this song is it really showcases Grandmaster Flash's incredible mixing talents because he sampled 6 songs. He samples Get Up and Dance by Freedom, the insane I Need Your Loving from 1980 from Tina Marie. That is, if you don't know that original Tina Marie song, please go and listen to it. Absolutely stunning. He sampled Tone Loc On Fire remix from 1988. Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick, and the Get Fresh crew. I have to mention the Get Fresh crew because we know a few of those. And the last time we didn't mention that, I got a lot of stick for that. The Show from 1985, the Masterton Committee, Funkbox Party Live from 1982, and T-Ski Valley, Catch the Beats from 1983. It is the essence, lyrics to the rhythm. Fantastic song. I listened to this to death. So there's no bad songs on here. So at number 10, very respectable for it to be there. Essence, lyrics to the rhythm. That's my number 10.
Okay.
Did they do anything else? I've never heard from them since. Was there a go-go outfit called Essence? Someone in the comments tell me. But was that a male? But I don't recall this group doing any. Did they do anything else after this? I can't recall it.
There was a group called.
Because they sound great. They sound fantastic.
No, they do. There's a group called In Essence, but I think they were later 90s. I think they had. I want to say Horace Brown did some stuff with them, if I'm not mistaken. In Essence. You may know it, Stevie, but I don't know if the Essence recorded anything else. I can't think of anything else.
This sounds like a girl group that was clever for that track and it just nothing else happened after it, which bewildered really. But if anybody else knows anything about Essence.
Yeah. So we've got John from Truth.
Full respect of other people in the house. Pasadena.
John from Truth, always great face. So he says again, people, even though John is definitely one of my vocal teachers, and the music of New Jack, the voice of New Jack is Aaron Hall.
Well, there's no argument with that. I can't hear arguing. Is that who's the better singer? We're arguing who is the better singer, not who's the voice of New Jack Swing.
I have a bit of a fan moment though. John, My Heart Belongs to You, I think, or oh my God. Anyways, it's off the Deep album. That was your JG moment. Just want to just give you your flowers right now. Everybody go get Deepa, find that track, listen to it. JG, John, you'll feel the similarities. All right.
Oh, if anyone from Atlantic Records is listening, please put out Troop Deeper on double vinyl. It's never been on vinyl. Please put it on double vinyl. Do 1,000 presses for RSD Day next year, and you'll make us all very happy. Please,
I'll take 2 copies. Thank you. I'll take 2 of that. Definitely fantastic. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'll take 3. I'll buy 5 copies.
All right, Stevie, what's your number 10?
Weighing in at number 10. And I'm going off the stats. This is just on YouTube Music app. It's at 1.1 million plays. I just did not appreciate this record back then because they weren't really known for this style of hip hop that they did. It was more like booty music that they were doing, and it caused, again, there's a lot of controversy. If you wanted to listen to them doing actual pop, I think they had an off, didn't they call it? Was it the Poison Clan? What was the guy in 2 Live Crew called? The main guy, Larry Rock Campbell, was it? They did the Poison Clan, didn't that? Was more hip hop.
Luther Campbell.
But this record, yeah, that's the one. But this record now sounds phenomenal. I've been playing this for the last 2 weeks non-stop, and I did, just because I didn't appreciate it back then, I didn't play it enough. But the 2 Live Crew like I say, listen to the lyrics closely on that. It's heavy. It's really, really heavy. What I'm saying about police brutality, the crack epidemic. Oh, you just don't hear. You just don't get hip like that now at all. Great sample. Yeah. Sure, DJ's got the great at number 10. Sorry, it's not higher up, but it's a great record.
Okay, Andrew, what about you?
All right. Number 10 for me is an example of a genre of music that I'm realizing in retrospect was a thing. And then I think it kind of went away or something. But I would almost call it like hip house, where hip hop is just faster and people are dancing. It's like, jump, everybody, jump, everybody, jump. I think it just became high energy. But I just felt like hip house was a direction that at least the US was like, yeah, no. Like we tried it, but then we was moved on. So like my man Vij, Lyrics to the Rhythm by Essence is at number 10. And to my ears, I was like, yeah, this is just like a genre that never really they tried, but it didn't really stick. So I'm gonna put you here at number 10. I just like put him at the end. So but that's it. That's it. But I do think it was a good effort. And I was like a dancer back in the day. So for me, like maybe I'm bitter. I wish hip house had become a bigger deal because it was just more, there's more energy to it. But we went all the way to like this, that, and this, and like, gangster rap was slow, not fast. So anyway, that's it. So same page, Vij.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. For number 9, number 9 for me is I actually did like this, and I did like the samples and the mixing. I was thinking, is this the same group that were on Uptown? Is it Finesse and Essence?
Oh, Finesse and Quest, I think.
That's in Quest, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Essence lyrics to the rhythm, it was at number 9, and it felt like a Latino kind of the girl singing, like, da, da, da. And the whole mix and the whole vibe. I think it sounded very New York and stuff. Sounded different and stuff. But I think the rapping style was very dated as well. So yes, but beautiful song at number
What?
9.
What?
The Essence.
Dated? How was it dated, Namdi?
Her rapping style.
You can
Compared to
clearly
Ice-T.
understand
Ice-T sounded like he could.
her rapping style.
Was that?
You put
Yeah, it just sounded
Ice-T
dated.
in
It
10,
didn't.
mate.
Yeah, but I prefer the track.
I'm
I didn't
confused.
like the
You put
what I
Ice-T above Essence. Well, you said Essence sound dated.
Stevie.
I'm giving you a hard time tonight.
Hey,
I've given you a hard time.
it is everyone's preference. I think the track is better, a lot more upbeat, but then she sounded like it was 1991. I could listen to Rakim's Paid in Full, and it sounds like he could rap it today. But yes, but nice little party
I'm
track.
completely. He was confused with me here because I'm completely confused by.
Okay, we'll see what you put down, VJ.
Number 9 is produced by Dr. Freeze, co-produced by Howie T and Spider-Man. This was clearly the biggest song on the album. I think it sold a gazillion copies. I don't know how many copies it sold. It sold a lot. I remember a lot of people listening to it at college at the time, and I think I pretended to like it a little bit more than I probably did. But I have to say one thing about the production. The production on this particular song, I'm talking about Color Me Bad, I Want to Sex You Up, obviously.
What?
This is my number 9, yeah? So I think the production, it was, because we all used to listen to music on headphones, whether it was on a Walkman or on a CD Walkman. What were the CD Walkmans called? What were they called?
Discman.
Discman. That's
Discman.
you see, my brain went blank. This is what happens when you pass 50. You don't know what you're talking about. You forget things. But the production was incredible because you could hear one sound in one ear, you hear another sound in another ear, and the way that song popped when you listen to that on headphones was something different. So I did pretend to like that song a little bit more than I probably did, especially when I was talking to the ladies at the time. But that production is just solid. It had 4 samples on it. One from Betty Wright, Tonight Is the Night. from 1978, the live version, not the LP version. Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick again, Lardy Dardy from 85 as well. Kool and the Gang, Joanna from 1983, and Beside, Change the Beat, not the male version, the female version from 1982. Incredible production. So whatever I thought of it then, listening to it now, man, the production is just ridiculous. Number 9, very, very respectable number 9.
Very, very respectable.
I have a question. Okay. I have a question. Now, there were 2 versions of that song with different verses, right? So the video version and on this soundtrack, it goes, sorry, I got to sing it now. So take off your clothes, I'll make you feel at home. Right? But there's another version where it goes, hey, beautiful lady, I need you.
That's the one.
Tonight.
Yeah, man.
Love, love. So anyways, which one? I mean, I hate that. Come inside it. Fuck that.
Well, one's really
Fuck that.
good
It's
and the other
only
one's
the
terrible.
Hey, beautiful lady. What's up?
Yes, that one. The other one's shocking. It's just like the most minciest
Yeah.
thing you'll ever hear.
Yeah, one was for the soundtrack, one was for their album.
That's what I thought. But at least on when I listened to it on Apple Music, it was the Come Inside, Take Off Your Clothes. And I always thought the soundtrack had the Hey, beautiful lady. Either way, I think it does matter which version it is. So anyways, in my mind, it's Hey, beautiful lady. But anyway, it's up to you. I just have to ask the
I completely
question.
forgot about that night. That would have changed my ranking completely if I'd have remembered that. I completely forgot there's 2 versions.
That's a great point.
Completely forgot.
And the other
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
about that song is you think it's at my number 9, and I think it's rightly in that position because every single song on this soundtrack is a killer.
I agree.
But the fact that you have these 3 producers all working together on this track, think about this. Dr. Freeze and Spider-Man, who are known for their work with Biv DeVoe primarily, and Howie T. Those 3 on one track together. Come on, man. They know how to orchestrate a track. That is just a killer combo. And there's a reason why that track did so well. So that's my thoughts on that song.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Stevie, what's your number 9?
This track has had 323,000 plays on the YouTube Music app. I've already heard some blasphemous things from Namdi saying the rap sounds dated and it sounds Latino. Then I've got Andrew saying the track sounds like a hip house track. I'm hearing some stuff tonight, guys. Seriously. All I'm going to say is, to me, this track, the tempo of it reminds me of Big Daddy Kane and Get the Job Done. But to me, it sounds like a go-go track, a Washington go-go, speeded up. But I will say, I think the rap's on point, and I think it's got a brilliant R&B chorus melody. And I've gone for them Girls' Essence, lyrics to the rhythm. Another brilliant track.
Yeah, but
highly underrated.
at number 9,
Makes you feel
as low as everyone.
when you listen to it. It's still, you know,
It's just as low as mine and just a step above VJ. And
Stevie, you're giving Namdi a hard time, and it's both of your. It's that you got the same song at number 9, dude. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, but he's not even got the correct reasons. He's saying like the rap's dated. It's not.
Yeah, that's not about correct
It's not.
reasons.
The rap is on point.
It's all good, man. Like there's going to be people on here that think I'm an absolute lunatic for putting I Want to Sex You Up at number 9. But I've given my reasons and I've said it's an incredible production. It is what it is.
I mean, the Calling Me Bad track is like it's one or the other. It's either some people have it number 1, some people won't even have it in the chart. It's one or these. It's you either love it or you hate that track. It went either way back then. I remember people hated it back then, but there's a lot of people loved it. So which side of the fence you're on?
Andrew.
I am mortified. All right. So the
Anyway,
hip house,
Andrew, carry on, Andrew.
yeah, the hip house track is actually FS Effect. I apologize. Get it. Lyrics of the Rhythm was, that was the female one. So anyway, Lyrics of Rhythm at number 10, Get It Together, Hip House at number 9. So anyway, keep going, but Get It Together, number 9, that's it. But I mixed them up. My apologies. I apologize, guys.
Okay.
And who said that about Betty Wright? Marco. You're saying that Betty Wright clearance wasn't cleared for.
It wasn't clear. I saw that too. She was
crazy.
pissed.
That's crazy. So Betty Wright.
Yeah,
many later.
that's correct. Yeah,
They must have
It's
got.
true.
That was a
Yeah,
big
that's
song.
very
so
true,
somebody
that,
must have
yeah.
made a lot of money.
yeah.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of was it the Roy Orbison track? Can I Kick It? A Tribe Called Quest.
That's probably the one that.
No,
No,
Lou Reed.
Just a Friend, I think, also was a big one. Like when Biz Markie sampled it, then it was like that kind of changed the game. Like it changed the whole sampling game. Because before you could sample anything, like and people would just get away with it. But anyway, but I do remember that's crazy to me. That's blatant. Because that sample, like the Betty Wright song, is pretty much like it's the song. That do do do. I mean, come on.
Yeah. It is. It's the foundation. Sure.
So what have you got
Okay.
number 9, Andrew? Full swing effect.
For number 9, I got Get It Together by FS Effect. Yes, number 9.
Yeah, you were called Full Swing Effect, but yeah, well, it's a good
Oh, my
track.
bad.
That. Good track.
Okay. Number 8 for me is Facts of Life, Danny Madden. It reminds me of stuff from what's the name of these guys? Oh goodness, I can't remember now. There's this British second soul group.
Loose Ends.
No. The name just it was just there, then it just vanished. Something, not M People, but in that kind of in that kind of vein, not M People, but that type of
I've been thinking London Beat. No,
because
it
it was a
wasn't Fleming
female
Campbell.
singer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but it's but I remember when we did the not Kelly, I'll Be Sure, and then there was those productions that I said sounded like very, that sounded different from the rest of his stuff, with the beats and stuff. And this was in that sort of category. And I think that album came out in around 92 or so. But yeah, Facts of Life, definitely loved the song. I can remember it as a kid. And but I don't know if it fit the album as much. It just seemed a little bit different.
You got 2 suggestions. Is it the Chimes, Incognito? We're so curious now.
Yeah.
I want to know.
No, I can't. Goodness. Okay.
If you figure it out, do share it later.
Okay.
Soul, is it? Not Soul to Soul. That's another suggestion.
I'm gonna find it out. But anyway, yes. So
Vertical Hold.
Well, I'm surprised you've not said Loose Ends before. Yeah, but Luke, I'm surprised you not mentioned. I thought
connection, isn't it?
Because they produced the track. Carl McIntosh produced the track on his album.
Yeah,
on,
he did.
Danny Madden's album, so it
That
does
was his
sound.
track, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then again, is it Danny D who produced this track? Dancing Danny D. Let me just. Yeah, it was Danny Madden and Carl McIntosh.
Yeah, Brand New Heavies. That's
There it is. Yeah, Brand New Heavies. I knew it.
Yeah,
As soon as I saw that, I was like, "That's the one."
Yeah, that was it. I could. It just. It
If
was
you
right
listen
then,
to
it
the lyrics
disappeared.
though of that track, yeah.
Brand New
If you
Heavies.
listen to the
Nandi,
lyrics of the
what
track
prize?
though, it does fit the film.
What prize, Namdi, does Chuck get for getting that right?
No. Hey, star of the day. But yeah, it was as I said, it was like the name was there, Brand New Heavies. Yeah, I kind of there was a time I was right into that
Alternative
into that type
soul.
of I was into that kind of stuff, and the music and stuff. Yeah. Okay, Veej, what about you? What's number 8?
Okay, and again, this is the first time I'm going to say absolutely respectable, incredible song produced by, and this is my number 8, very respectable song, produced by Randy Ran for Flight Time Productions, and I'm gonna get rinsed for this by a
You've
lot.
already been rinsed, so there's nothing new here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I've already been rinsed, so keep rinse away. Randy Ran, incredible producer, and this song is solid. It's solid as a rock. This song was sampled by Little B on a song called My Last Chance in 2011. If you haven't heard that, listen to how it takes this song, Johnny Gill's "I'm Still Waiting." That's my number 8. If I hadn't said that already, very respectable number 8.
What do you mean? I don't even understand, VJ. Your list seems upside down today.
No. Yours does. You put New Jack Hustler at number 10, man. What's going on? Anyway,
I still can't understand.
Little B, My Last Chance from 2011. Listen to that. Just listen to how they just completely rip off Johnny Gill's "I'm Still Waiting," and the way that comes in, it's like they kind of make it a little bit sparser, and then the beat kicks in. It sounds incredible. So have a listen to that. But Johnny Gill's "I'm Still Waiting," produced by super producer and rest in peace, died too soon, Randy Ran. And the exciting thing for me on this soundtrack was looking at it, the credits, and seeing that it's Randy Ran for Flight Time Productions. That is just magic. And yeah, he died too soon, man. What a loss. What a producer.
I'm stunned that's at number 8. How is that your number 8, VJ? How have you got that number? I'm just again stunned.
They're all solid songs, man. They're all solid songs. I've listened to all of these songs equally. There's not one song I've listened to more than the other. So
oh goodness.
Wow.
Do you know why? That this soundtrack came out a year before Boomerang came out, right? Boomerang and Mo Money. And on Mo Money, you had Let's Just Run Away. And if I was thinking of soundtrack songs by Johnny Gill, Let's Just Run Away is the absolute, what are probably my favorite song or slow track of any soundtrack ever. Let's Just Run Away is musical perfection. Whereas this, I think, is a notch below. That makes sense. And what was the one he had on Boomerang? There you go. Another killer.
The comments. Y'all are killing it today. I love it. Y'all are hilarious.
Yeah, there you go. There, MBJ. Yeah, there you go. See, they've rinsed me. I'm rinsed. They've taken the shirt off my back. And I'm in my underpants, naked, bare for all the world to see.
God, it's got to be yellow, minimum yellow.
Yeah,
that's Tottenham relegation form. That is.
Words out of my mouth.
So does that answer whether I think Aaron Hall is a better vocalist for me or Johnny Gill? At least for this soundtrack.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good, Stevie.
Oh gosh, where number 8?
Yeah,
gone for right. What does it say on this YouTube music? How many plays did they get? Sorry. Right, it's got not as much as the rest. 290,000 plays on the YouTube Music Act. This group put one album out. I think they put 2 singles out, but it flopped, unfortunately. They were Full Swing Effects. I really enjoyed their album. Production from Al B. Shaw. If you listen near the end, they give a big shout out to another group that never made it either, a group called Key West. They get a big shout on this track. I love the beat. Not too sure where they're going with the lyrics of this track because it's saying black is the force, but the production's fat on it, but it's Full Swing Effects and that track, Get It Together, Black is the Force, to be reckoned with. Heavy track. Heavy like New Jack rap it is, I would consider it. Number 8 for me. That's where it should be. Where, Johnny Gill shouldn't be up there. It's where something like Essence and Full Swing, they should up there, guys, not Johnny Gill and Ice-T. Dear me.
Oh,
dearie.
When I tell you where I put FS Effects, I am going to get killed then. But I'm going to give you my explanation for that too. Wow. I've got it. It's coming. Ready. I'm prepared. Wow. Let's go, baby.
Go ahead, Andrew.
All right. So I will say this. I do think I will get blasphemed for one of my choices for sure. But that said, I'm glad that my 8, 9, and 10 are what I consider the tracks that I just skip every time. So no shade to Danny Madden, but Facts of Life also, it's number 8. It's respectable. But now every single track after this, to me, are all heavy hitters. It's just a matter of what order did I put the heavy hit on. And the number 7 I think is going to get a reaction potentially. But after that, I think the rest I'm going to defend, and I'll die on the hill. I'll defend it. So anyway, that's it. Let's move on to like the hot ones.
Yeah. Okay. I really like number 7, and it was a strange. And actually, I remember listening to this and saying, "Yeah, I remember the feeling back in '91 when I first heard this song, this track." And because at this time I moved to the States in '92, so when this came out in '91, I was still, I think I was in boarding school. No, I just finished, yeah, boarding school. And the description about and not knowing about Black America, not knowing about what was happening, and that sense of, have you ever seen a black man coming out with flying a plane of cocaine? Yeah, we're the ones who get busted in the streets. And I remember just like, well, okay, not knowing the dynamics, like somebody's bringing us all in, and then yeah, you guys distribute it, and we're gonna bust you, but the big players get away with it. And it's a very different image of Two Live Crew compared to what Luke was bringing out earlier. So it was almost as if, yeah, look, this is our stupid song. Remember from Basic Black? G. Griffith says, yeah, we need to do something for the kids. You know, the people I sell drugs, so I want to make sure that they stay in school so they can buy it. Because so hearing Two Live Crew singing in the dust and going through the whole thing, I love the beat, I love the tempo. It was very much East Coast compared to the fact that they're from Miami, but it was definitely an educational song for me. It gave me some sense about what to expect moving to the States. So, Two Live Crew in the Dust, a great track for me at number 7.
Golf clap. I like that. You know,
Wow.
substance.
Wow.
And Stevie, you made me pay
I didn't
attention to it
expect that
too.
at all. I did not expect
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that a
I
lot.
did not expect that from Nandi at all.
All right, Beach.
All right, my number 7, produced by Bobby Wooten and Keith Sweat. This is the wedding song. It wasn't Let's Chill. This song kind of felt middle of the road at the time. I didn't think it was one of Keith Sweat's belters at the time, but then I listened to it a couple of times on the soundtrack, and it grew and it grew, and there's no skips on this album. So I'll say that again, a very respectable number 7 for Keith Sweat's There You Go, Telling Me No Again. It's been sampled in 8 songs, including Tupac featuring Big Sykes and Outlaw from 1996. This is a great song. There You Go, Telling Me No Again. Great to see Keith Sweat singing it at the wedding too. I thought that was a nice touch. And that is my number 7. And Justin, this is a subjective list. So get up out of my face, dude. No, I love you. It's all fun. It's all love. It's all love, man. It's all love. But yeah, I like this song a lot. As I've said already, there's not a song that I'm reading off this list that's not a 9 out of 10. They're all 9 out of 10s for me. So you say what you want about the positioning. When everything's 9 out of 10, what do? You got to have to put something else somewhere else, and it's subjective. So yes, my subjective ears tell me that this is number 7. So
I never looked at it that way, Marco. Damn, you just like kind of ruined the song for me. Damn. Anyways, moving on. Sorry.
Dude. Oh. And
wow.
going off
he has a point.
Going off that topic slightly, Marco. When I said that Randy ran for Flight Time Productions, I wasn't saying that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis produced it. I know that that's the production company. Randy Ran was working on behalf of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis's production company. I understood that. I know that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis didn't, Marco. So
yeah, give us. Yeah, this.
LOL. Engagement.
There we go. Telling me right. Okay.
As you
Stevie.
Wow.
Coming in at 4.4 million plays. 4.4 million plays on the YouTube app. The original of this is probably an all-time Philly record, Philadelphia International classic. Tremendous Philly track, disco funk track. To take on this track, I mean, who really could take it on? I suppose like the sons and the cousins and the family, but Troop and Levert, For the Love of Money, great. I'll be honest, from 7 till 2, 7 got 2, it's torturous. It was absolute to list these. I knew my number one, dead certain number one, but this could be number 2. I just from 7 out of number 2, they're all killers for me now, and they could be in any position. But Troop Levert and Queen Latifah, that pounding beat, great rap from Queen Latifah, great R&B vocals, and this song really fits the movie. It does really fit it. It's at number 7, but it could be at number 2, 3, 4. I didn't know what to do here. I'll be honest, I struggled with this rating. Really struggled from now on. But it's a number. It's just
wait, which one again?
Number 7.
For the Love of Money.
Okay, cool.
Troop Levert and Queen Latifah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Yes, Randy Rand was with Sherelle. Yeah, just tragic what happened to him. Now, this is the only potential flag-inducing ranking. But I remember when I first heard this song, I was like, man, really? You did that? You just took an older song, added a few more elements and sang over it? Because when I hear the song New Jack City, it sounds like Rex and Effect's New Jack Swing with just a few little additional touches to it, and then Aaron singing the whole thing. So for that reason, even though I listened to it in my new ride, I bought a car. After 17 years, lived in New York, didn't have a car. I was driving my Toyota RAV4. I like my Jeep, thinking when I had the music playing, New Jack City was playing. It was good, but it's still at number 7 because to me, it's like, I think if you're going to make a song called New Jack City, you could have come harder. You could have come more original and not just basically taken Rex and Effects New Jack Swing and made like a sequel, because that's what it sounds like to me. And again, I may be alone in this, but that's what I've always thought. I thought that in 1991. I think that now. And I just think it was like he phoned it in. I don't think it was really a lot of effort in that song, personally.
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow, great. We agree or disagree, but you know, interesting, very hard hitting opinion there.
All I know is none of us are going to agree on anything on this. Not today, not happening. It's one of those soundtracks. It's one of those soundtracks, man.
At number 6 for me is I wish I'd said my number 6 before Mark had written down stuff. But I think at 5 minutes and 6 seconds, I think it was just a little too long, and it felt like they ran out of things to say, and so he just kept extending it. And I think this actually, if this was on his Keep It Coming out, what was his second album after Make It Last Forever? Keith Sweat.
I'll Give All My Love to You.
I give all my love to you. I think it would have been a top 3 track on that album because it was very memorable. But I think it was just a little too long at 5 minutes 6 seconds. I think if it was 4 minutes, it would have been a little bit tighter. But there you go, telling me no again, baby girl. Goodness, yes. I never thought about it other than, and even Keith says it didn't sound like a wedding song. But it was, if he did it in 24 hours with Bobby Wooten in order to make it for the scene, they were definitely impressive. But yeah, Keith Sweat at number 6. There you go, telling me no again.
Exactly, Damien. That's what I'm talking about. There is nobody that propagated the sound of New Jack Swing like Aaron Hall. Not anybody came close. Aaron Hall's vocals on that guy first album and the second album absolute killer. That boy's voice fit perfectly with that sound. There's no singer that comes close for New Jack Swing, but again, it's subjective, isn't it? We're talking about New Jack Swing. For me, I think of Teddy's production and I think of Aaron's voice. That to me is the sounds of New Jack Swing, and everybody else had New Jack Swing tracks, but they were at the top of the food chain for me. But exactly right, Damien. That's exactly what I think. And is that Daryl Schuler there? Is that Daryl Schuler? Are you on here? Is that Daryl Schuler saying that? Whatever he's saying. That's very interesting. If it is, hello Daryl. If that's you. What are we on? Number 5?
Number 6.
Number 6. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
This song is produced by LSJ and the incredible Vassal Benford. Vassal Benford does not get enough recognition for his production sounds. He had his Palm Tree Productions, the stuff he did in the 90s. Did he do some stuff with LaRue? He did some stuff with LaRue as well. I think he might have. Obviously, he worked with Aaron on that Truth album. Fantastic album. My number 6 samples 3 songs: the OJ's For the Love of Money, Stevie Wonder, Living for the City. They formed the foundation. And there's another Teddy Riley connection for the 3rd sample for my number 6, which is obviously Troop, Levert, and Queen Latifah, For the Love of Money. Can you guys tell me what it is? Teddy connection. And it's in your face. When you hear it, you'll be like, what?
Nope.
Jane Child, Don't Want to Fall in Love, bonus beats from 1990 is sampled in this track. So that, if you listen to it, you know the bonus beats, and you listen to this, you'll hear it and you think, oh. And what was cool about this particular the movie was, you know, when the movie starts and you're looking at, like, they're playing homeless people. You've got Troop, you've got Levert, they're all there singing by the bins. And I'm thinking, wow, that was magic, wasn't it? Just seeing them there, man. Troop and Levert, man. Yeah. John, take a bow, son.
Just fit.
Take a bow. That was just magic. Yeah. And as a music fan, you watch something like that and it just fills you with, like, that's just a cool moment, man. Nice little touch. So Mario Van Peebles, like, and whoever made that shit happen, man. Absolutely brilliant. That's my number 6, Troop and Levert featuring Queen Latifah.
Yeah, I've just realised that the Jane Child beats.
It's there, man.
Just been. It's about. Yeah, is it near the bridge or the mid-8 where the beat he slowed the beat right down, but it was boom. That beat, he took it and slowed it right down.
And it's the bonus beat.
I didn't realise. But now you told me. Now you've told me.
Never not listen to that song. It's amazing. It's so cool. Because the foundation of that song is the other 2 samples, right? You know, it's the OJ's track and the Stevie track. It's obvious. They're obvious samples. But that Jane Child dub just takes it up a level, man. So good.
Wow.
Okay, wow. Stevie.
Right, where's the old stats? Get the old stats on YouTube Music for this track. This is coming in at a whopping 31 million plays, and it's the ultimate rejection song. It's got a very sad feel to it. There you go, telling me no again. There you go. There you go. There you go, telling me no again. There you go. Anyway, Keith Sweat doesn't fit the movie at all, but it's a great R&B slow jam. Didn't quite make my top 5. I don't know why, but I listened to it a lot back then. I enjoyed it on Keith Sweat's album. Great to see Keith Sweat on this album. I'm just thinking, actually, you've got. No, you haven't actually. I was going to say you've got Teddy Riley and Jam and Lewis on a soundtrack, but we've not got quite Jam and Lewis, have we? We've got his understudies. Dare even say that. Randy Ran. So no, we've not actually got Jam and Lewis on a soundtrack. But anyway, Keith Sweat, there you go. Is it number 6? Could have been a lot higher, but just because it didn't fit in that song, just didn't quite fit in it. That's the only reason.
Okay, Andrew.
It's funny because I'm not letting it go. So I did find the remix of New Jack Swing, and I sent it over to the guys for them to hear it because I don't think people have heard this, but it's the same damn beat. Y'all just haven't heard it. But anyway, let me calm down now. Number 6 is for me by the Cash Money Brothers, aka Color Me Bad, CMB. I Want to Sex You Up. No surprises there. Decent selection. The song was a huge hit. I remember, I think it hit #1 on the pop charts, and it launched a career. I think that it was probably one of gosh, what was her name? She was the president of Giant Records. Anyway, Giant Records.
Cassandra Mills.
Cassandra Mills, exactly. Like that was like one of her biggest like master strokes, to be able to have a song come out on the soundtrack and have it cross over, become huge, and then launch that whole CMB album where they had like that one, I Adore Me More, then the third one, All for Love, then Thinking Back, and then anyway, it was actually a decent album that did well. But anyway, #6. Always wonder if Color Me Bad was literally like the name of the group, because Color Me Bad, CMB, Cash Money Brothers, there had to be some sort of connection going on, but I never really dug into that.
They said that it was Kool and the Gang that gave them the number just because of the diversity and stuff like that. And they sing great for white kids and stuff like that. Okay. At #5, do you know the beat of this reminds me of I Can't Let You Go Get Away from Michael Jackson's Dangerous album. So I don't know if you think of that beat on that track, which song sounds familiar to that? It is nothing. I can let you get away. Think of the beat, and then think of what song on this album soundtrack has the same type of beat.
Well, I'm dreaming.
No.
I'm dreaming.
I Can't Let You Get Away, which was mainly like almost like a drum kind of. Anyway,
New Jack City.
it was the For the Love of Money. If you listen to the beat of that and then play I Can't Let You Get Away, it has that sort of that kind of beat programming that Teddy was using. But the harmonies on this, I liked how. So look at let me. I'll play a little bit of it right now, and then dim, and then I will get to Dangerous. But one of the things.
Sorry, before you do that, here's the thing. When I try to play music, like you guys can't hear it. Can you hear this really quick? Hold on.
Yep.
Can you hear it? So now, listen to this right now. New Jack City. I mean, come on, guys.
I quickly listened.
I've got something to say about that, which will
hear it.
Yeah, I did listen to it.
Andrew, I've got something which will back up what you've said.
Thank you.
We're talking about
the same
12-inch.
song.
I'm going to say it in a minute. But Namdi, what were you saying? So, did you finish your point?
He's going to play Can't Get Away now. It's a little faster, but I hear that bant, like that.
Yeah, so that was what I was thinking. That was what I was
That's what you're
saying
talking about.
Yeah, that was the pause. But
We'll start giving that.
But what?
All right, back me up, Deej. Have it back because it's the same beat.
I will in a moment. I was going to say Zootors said something about the Shep Pettibone remix, also an incredible remix of Jane Child. But no, that was not the track I was talking about. I was specifically talking about the bonus beats mix. What was it? Yeah, the bonus beats mix of Don't Want to Fall in Love by Teddy Riley. That was the remix I was talking about. And Andrew, in line with what you were saying about New Jack Swing, I think you're talking about the New Jack Swing 12-inch version, which is the remix of it. And we were talking to Akil this week, and Akil was saying there are similarities. He said that this week, like 2 days ago when we did the interview. New Jack Swing and New Jack City, the remix. I think he was talking about the remix specifically.
But check this out though. In Canada, this was the album version. Straight up.
That was the mix to listen to. That was the one I listened to the most. I mean, yeah. Similarities, a lot of similarities. Yeah, definitely the
It's the exact same beat.
Yeah,
Actually,
so good point. Good point, Andrew.
Okay,
Good point,
okay.
Andrew.
I'll leave it alone, but sometimes
Okay.
you gotta let it alone. But it is. All right.
Is it number 5?
Yeah. So as I was saying about number 5, with listening to how Queen Latifah was rapping on this track, and then you go back to what I talked about by Essence. There's a very different delivery in the rap, and this was on the same soundtrack. But I just loved how the harmonies, how Troop, you could hit. I mean, Troop were very distinctive in when their harmonies came in, and I was surprised that actually Levert didn't produce this, because they normally, between Mark Gordon and Gerald, they generally produce their own stuff. But it was really, really a powerful track, and then seeing the guys perform in the movie as well. So, For the Love of Money at number 5. And that was actually my first time hearing the track and then listening to the OJ's original ones afterwards and like appreciating it more. Yes. Plus, it fit the movie. That anything, a song that fit the whole Nino Brown, the whole stuff. This does.
The way that song started the movie, man.
Yeah,
For the Love of Money. Then it's setting the tone. It's all about money.
Yeah.
Things that people will do for money. Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
really good.
And I do remember seeing Troop, as they were doing the harmonies in there, and like, appreciating them in there. So definitely, okay. VJ, what's at number 5 for you?
Number 5 for me, it's produced by a British producer from Loose Ends. I have had the single for this before this soundtrack came out, and I listened to this a lot. I'm a proud Brit. Carl McIntosh, Take a Bow with Danny Madden. They did this track, Facts of Life. As I said earlier, this song came out. It was released well before this soundtrack came out. So they added it on as a bolt-on. And whoever curated the soundtrack, was it Cassandra Mills that did it?
Mm-hmm.
Then she must have liked the song and thought it fitted the soundtrack. Facts of Life very much fits in line with what the film was about. It samples Steady B, Going Steady from 1989. The beat is entirely taken from that. And as I said, added on from that. But I had to get a Brit connection in the top 5, and I did. Carl McIntosh production, very, very good song. I listened to this a lot. And all the remixes, the Dancing Danny D mixes and everything else that was on this, stunning single. So, number 5, Facts of Life, Danny Madden.
Okay. Stevie, what's number 5?
To add on to what VJ was saying, Danny Madden's, according to Discogs, the only single that he ever released was that, Facts of Life. I mean, talk about a one urban hit wonder. He released one single, and this CD, which was actually on Giant Records, so he was signed to Giant, which probably makes sense on the soundtrack, because the New Jack City soundtrack was on Giant. For any of you who've got the Loose Ends album from 1990, there's a track on it called Love Controversy, and you get Love Controversy Part 2 on this album produced by Danny Madden, and it just sounds like the Loose Ends. It's got the same Soul to Soul type beat in it, but with a different song. It's a really cheap pickup because it bombed. It just didn't sell. As you can see, it's got a cutout. So in America, when albums didn't sell, they deleted them off the roster, did the little cutout, and then these ended up in a web called Power Cuts. And this is where I found it for £1.99. And there's multiple copies.
That's a
and
great
you
album.
can still get them years later. Now, he's been long forgotten. And anyway, my number 5 is Danny Madden, Facts of Life. Got heavy play in Manchester, this track. Heavy play on all the pirate radio stations, in the clubs. So I've kind of grew up with it. So it does mean something to me. And it killed me just putting it number 5 because I wanted to put it number 2. But I think I did check Instagram to find out more about who is Danny Madden. And I think he's got an Instagram account. And I'm not sure he's in America. He's some like gospel singer.
No.
But
I think Danny Madden passed away last year, dude. He passed away last year, I think.
Did it?
Yeah, I think he did, dude.
I see. I've tried to find information on the guy. That's a shame. Why did he only release that? He must have done something else after it, surely. That's cool.
thing,
Anyway, it's
like,
my
you
number
know,
five.
when
How many plays it got on YouTube?
yeah, some
It's nearly
songs they resonate.
300k views.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, some songs resonate with you,
Oh,
right?
wow.
And it means something to you. So yeah, I get it. We both put it at
Yeah.
number 5, and these two are probably looking at us like lunatics.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely an inspirational song. I actually am surprised he's black. I thought he was white.
What was your number 6,
Okay.
Andrew? What was your number 6, Andrew?
My number 6 was Call Me Bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's your number 5 then?
Well, it's funny. So Stevie and Beach had each other's backs. Well, Nampy, I have your back. My number 5
Okay,
is
buddy.
For the Love of Money, Living for the City. You hit it on the head. It absolutely, to me, is like the theme of the movie. It totally fit like a glove. I also loved how, because I was young, right? So I remember the first time I heard Stevie Wonder. I think it's called In the City. I was like, oh, that's where they got it from. Living just enough for the city. I'm like, so anyway, it was like, it's cool how that song was like relevant and modern for the time, but then incorporated the 70s like in it. It's all connected. So and then to have an all-star cast. I remember on the radio hearing Queen Latifah, Troop, Levert, like a posse cut. Might have been one of the first posse cuts we ever got. So yeah, man, like number 5, and that is no, like, what's the word? That is no slight to that song, because every song for me after like number really 7 or 6 is like a banger. And now we're getting into the banger territory. And the last ramble I make is I loved the song Don't Be a Fool by Loose Ends. I lived in Canada. I keep talking about it. I lived in Canada, guys. No, but I lived in Canada, and Canada would give you US stuff, but also give you the UK stuff. So I remember seeing that video and going, I love this song, along with I Surrender by Love and Laughter. But anyway, moved to the US, and then the first song I heard at my high school dance was, believe it or not, Don't Be a Fool. It was empty. The DJ was warming up, but I was still so like, I love that song. So anyway, thank you guys for mentioning it in the comments. Yeah, For the Love of Money. What's up, West Africa in the house, Namdi?
We need to bring in Ronnie DeVoe and Samara as well,
Yes.
representing Ghana. Okay, number 4. I would say that with because of the impact this song made, it blew up. It made them, you know, household names around the world. And there was definitely a different version of this track with that was on the soundtrack and then on their album, and then they had the remixes. But Call Me Bad, I Want to Sex You Up, because it was an impactful song. It's one of those songs where it's a generational song. It's a song that everyone's going to always remember, and introduced us. And maybe I'm biased because I've spoken to Brian and I know his backstory. I know his troubled upbringing, how Andre Harrell wanted to sign him as a solo artist when they were, and he saw them all audition, and he wanted to sign him as solo artist. And Kool and the Gang would say, "Look, just do it solo," but he refused. He wanted to stay with his group, and the reason was because his mom had married like 4 times by the time he was 10, and he hadn't had a stable family. So for him, the group was his family. So he didn't want to leave them. So hearing his story and knowing how this industry opportunity to have a family within Call Me Bad was an amazing step. But unfortunately, when he hasn't sorted stuff out, drugs and alcohol and all that stuff played a part in his later life. So for that and other reasons, yeah, Call Me Bad at number 4. In fact, he says they remember Aaron driving them in his, I think he said a Jeep, in his Jeep, taking them to the premiere of the movie back in the day. So there was all this friendship and stuff. So Calling Me Bad at number 4.
Nice.
I have pride.
I'm not arguing with any of that. It all makes perfect sense.
Okay. All right, and V.
My number 4, it's been sampled in 8 songs, I won't talk about that yet. It samples 5 songs, yeah? So it samples Bobby Humphrey's Jasper Countryman from 74. Incredible song. If you don't know Jasper Countryman by Bobby Humphreys, 74, please take a listen, and it will tell you the inspiration behind this song. This is the foundation of this song. James Brown's Blue and Pants, 71. Stanley Turentin and Milt Jackson's Sister Sanctified from 72. What else was there? Frankie Bones and Lenny D, Uptown Breakdown, 1989. And this is incredible. If you're into records and you collect records, this is the 12-inch you have to buy. Level 1, Keep the Crowd in One Piece, the Rubber Dub mix from 1988 was also sampled in this. I'm talking about the DJ Aladdin and Ice-T produced New Jack Hustler. Any song from number 1 to number 4 could easily be number 1 for me. Any one of them. You switch them around, I don't care. Switch them, I'm okay with it. But I wanted to say Aaron Hall, Don't Be Afraid, and Redhead Kingpin, FBI Crew, Do the Right Thing, was sampled. That Level 1 track was sampled in that. Some will say that the Redhead Kingpin track actually used a sample of ESG UFO from 1981. And the reason why I wanted to mention that is because if you listen to ESG's UFO track from 1981, it's been sampled in 626 songs. And if you listen to that sample, you think, oh, yeah, I've heard that here. I've heard that there. So incredible. And I was going to say something else about this song, but I think I've said enough about it. New Jack Hustler, number 4, solid song, easily a number 1 on any other day. Phenomenal song. And the single, the mixes, oh my God. Get out of here, man. Oh. Perfection. That song's a 10. It's a 10. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. It's a banger. Absolute banger.
Okay.
As Rema would say in Nigeria. Another banger.
Another banger. All right. What about you, Steve?
Anyway, my number 4 has had 4.4 million plays on the YouTube Music app. I remember getting the soundtrack vinyl home, the European pressing, and being very excited, and then realizing to great. I was almost in tears. Like, where's the track? Where's the name? The name of the album, New Jack. Where's the actual track, New Jack City? Why is it not on the vinyl? And then it was like. Then I found out it was like a bonus CD track only, and I was in bits. I'm like, I've just bought £10 on the album. It's not even on the vinyl. I had to go and buy the damn CD. I was talking about Guy, New Jack City, number 4. In all honesty, when I first heard it, I was like, looking back, I was like, it had a jazzy feel to it. I mean, now you've mentioned that mix night, you are, to be fair, you're spot on. But I was like, but it kind of grew on me once I saw the scene in the movie, and over the years, the track has grown on me. But I still think it's a fantastic track. Aaron's vocals are great in it. It's a great scene in that movie, and it's made number 4 anyway. It's in my top 5. Not quite number 1, but Guy, New Jack City. And a few years ago, they reissued the New Jack City on vinyl with the Guy track on. You could only get it previously on a South African vinyl pressing. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
So that wasn't easy to get. That record store. No, impossible to get.
It does seem strange that the song wasn't on the original CD when they were in the movie performing it, and the whole film is like New Jack's Hustler, Barry Michael Cooper writing the screenplay based on it. So I wonder why they didn't put it on the.
I tell you what it was. From what I understand, it wasn't on the vinyl and it wasn't on the cassette. I didn't get the cassette, so I can't really comment too much. But I think it was only available on the CD. So it was available on the soundtrack when it came out, but only on the CD format. So it was released on the same day, but you had to buy the CD. And I think record companies were heavily pushing CDs at the time. So that was their angle.
Okay.
Yeah,
it was about the money, which
they're
makes
forcing
sense.
us to buy CD bonus track from.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They forced everyone to buy a CD player then.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, what about you? What's number 4?
My number 4
Again, number
for me
4.
is one of the signature New Jack Swing songs, and it has the unique place in my brain of being overplayed, yet it still sounds fresh. Make that make sense. I don't know. It's just the way the song sounds. And yes, again, in my brain, overplayed, but if I heard it at a party somewhere, I would just be in an automatic great mood. And I would be so happy. I would tell the people that this can't be reality. Don't wake me up because I'm living the dream. At number 4, Christopher Williams, Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming. It is champagne music. It is sophisticated. It is blazers that are like, bright red or bright blue with the turtleneck, and you got the chain, and it's just the women are fly and they're wearing their high heels. It's sophistication. And that to me was the New Jack Swing that I was gravitated to. So anyway, I'm doing too much, but I just had to really put a stamp in it and say that this song, it could have been higher, but the ones that had it are, it's a subjective list. But Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming. Every New Jack Swing mix has this song somewhere, guaranteed. But it's just one of those songs. All right,
Wow.
that's it.
Wow, I didn't even make top 3.
Well said,
Okay.
well said, dude. Well said.
Didn't make top 3. Okay.
Can I just say something quickly? I was going to say to Justin, you said about, and I think you and Marco are having a discussion about whether Aaron Hall and Charlie Wilson's Everything's Gonna Be All Right, produced by Schiavone and Buster, is a New Jack Swing track. And I know that falls into the LA and Babyface camp, but Schiavone and Buster, if you listen to any of their stuff, they were very heavily influenced by New Jack Swing. You listen to their stuff on Eugene Wilde, all very Lost and Lonely that they did, very much in the New Jack vein. So in my opinion, Everything's Gonna Be All Right, very much a New Jack Swing track. Sorry about that, Namdi. Carry on.
No, it's fine. Andrew, you pretty much Andrew Puller Sheldon.
I like Sheldon, by the way. Shout out to Sheldon.
That's what Sheldon would normally do. It's like this obvious song that should be number 1. He would just throw it at number 3 and just say, "Yeah, we have to listen to it too long." So anyway, at number 3 for me is what I liked about this track was how it took his time, and then in true fashion just built up, and it was like, man, vocal gymnastics. As much as I talk about based on that poll when they had those 4 artists, I'm shocked that people even had Joe in the top 2 because he's good, but he not in that league. Johnny Gill, I'm Still Waiting, is a song that when it starts off, you're like, okay, this is, oh my goodness, and he just goes in this way, and it's just I love my ballads, and I loved his delivery in this, and I'm surprised Stevie had it much slower, but Johnny really delivered a masterclass, and no doubt, he has endured as a vocalist, but for me, there was always something special about how Aaron delivered his songs. There was almost a strength in his vocals, not just on New Jack stuff, but it was just the way he delivered and enunciates, and actually not overdoing it, and stuff. So that's why I'd always have Aaron ahead. But I'm Still Waiting at number 3 by Johnny Gill, masterclass.
Great song. And I still respectably put it at number 8, but I'm happy that somebody put it higher up because it's worthy. It's such a great song. It's a great song. brilliant song. Really, really lovely song.
I'm still stunned it's at your number 8, BJ. Still, like, I'm just scratching my head.
As I said, I've listened. All of the songs on that we're rating in this top 10 are all 9 out of 10s. Every single one of them. So what do you do, dude? Like on another day, I'll probably put that at number 1. Might be number 1. I don't know. They're all 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Solid songs, man. Number 3 for me, executive producer Gary Harris and Namdi's mate Jimmy Love Jenkins from Uptown Records, produced by Albie Shaw. FS Effect, Get It Together.
Wow.
Black as a Force is very clearly and strongly at number 3, and I'll tell you why. Have you ever heard anybody say, you know what I mean, the way that Albie Shaw says it on that, and it sounds as cool as that? Nobody said those words. Over that. Are you kidding me? That is the song. The production is ridiculous. Unbelievable. Proper Albie Shaw, and he's gone a little bit harder with the beats, but that is a solid Albie Shaw production. And FS Effect, easily a number 1 on another day. But the way Albie Shaw says, you know what I mean? It just sounds so good. I can't. It just it hits.
I'm gonna re-listen.
It hits hard.
It's so good, so good.
Yeah.
And FS Effects album, as Stevie you mentioned earlier, Mark Morales and Corey Rooney Productions on there. Fantastic album, really stunning album, and wildly underrated. FS Effects album. If you haven't heard it, do take a listen.
Okay.
Yes.
And Justin, no, I won't stop. I'm here to wind you up. My purpose in life today is just to get everything wrong as far as it is.
Stevie, what's number 3?
Weighing in at 8.8 million plays. Like I say, it was Ice-T on this soundtrack playing a cop. Was a huge controversy at the time. I think this song actually fits. There's a run it where there's a chase scene. You always get a chase scene, don't you? Might be in Superfly or Bruce Willis film, but there was a chase scene in New Jack City. This song fitted that chase scene perfectly. And this is where Ice-T went really hard. I mean, VJ said a lot, but it just went so hard on this. But I got Ice-T, New Jack Hustler at number 3. So number 3, top 3 jam for me. Killer track, absolute banger. Absolute banger.
Very good.
Well, at least it made my top 10.
You know, but the controversy that Ice-T was Ice-T, you know, were you a gangster or was you a cop? Which side of the fence was you on? You played the Pusher Man. Was you telling a story about the Pusher Man back then? But yeah, old Ice-T.
Okay.
A legend in the game.
All right. So this song was actually originally my number 2. But then upon second listen, the number 3 became number 2, and this became number 3. I would say this song is probably my second favorite song by this artist. And it might be blasphemy, but I don't really mess with this artist that much. Like I respect him. I think he's a legend, all that stuff. But his music, I'm not really like, I like it, but I can't say I ever bought any of his albums. But I did love the single Keep It Comin'. So there is the hint. There you go, Telling Me No Again, to me is my number 3. Why? Because there's a gravitas to it. It's a heavy sounding, like, this is like movie mode Keith Sweat. There's like television mode and there's movie mode, and movie mode is like amplified. It's just like, it's a bigger budget, it's a bigger everything. And there's something about that song that just hits. I was driving again in my Jeep, and the bass was pumping, and it just sounded so serious. Now, somebody ruined the song today by calling it ravey, but like, besides that, not to get all weird, but anyway, that's my number 3. It's just, I think, one of Keith's finest moments and one of Keith's most underrated moments. I don't understand why Twisted is his biggest hit. I think that song is all right. I think Make It Last Forever, that is my favorite Keith Sweat song. I think there's tons of songs better than Twisted. But There You Go, Telling Me No Again is the one that's forgotten in my opinion, but I think it's my second favorite Keith Sweat song of all time at number 3.
Wow, that's a sentence, man. That's a
Wow.
sentence. What's your favorite, dude? What's your
Jeez.
favorite?
Make It Last Forever.
Ah, nice, man.
Yeah, I think Twisted. It was just the moment when he came out with Code Cut Close, the call and response, and it was 96. It just fit, and it went pop. So it wasn't So it just crossed over more than any other track he did.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised you hadn't really bought any of his albums.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. I know.
I'm surprised you haven't really bought any of his albums. There was the time he was very, but Make It Last Forever album is my all-time favorite album.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a good album. There's no skips. You can play the whole thing.
That's my all-time favorite.
Yeah.
That's my So that's my all-time favorite album. So, okay.
Your favorite album or your favorite New Jack album?
No album. Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah. I've always talked about
that commitment from you, and I love that commitment from you, Andrew, about your Keith Sweat track. That's proper commitment.
Yeah, I've always without a doubt. I mean, it's no samples, just Anyway, number 2 for me. I think this is a track that maybe I would say that for this album and this artist, I probably would have thought they would have probably a very different type of track that they would have placed on the album. That said, when you see the video and see the performance, it just gave a sense of how they were vibing back in that 91, how they found a way of dancing to the track. And this is a funky track, and that is Guy's New Jack City. If you see them dancing to the, they were doing their stuff like the way they were just dancing to the track. But I love the jazzy, funky elements of it. Now I do wonder that, in a way you'd think they would do something a lot more swingy, a lot more hardcore New Jack swing, and of course Andrew says yes, they can lift it up a track from the New Jack swing track, and that was almost 3 years later. But I just loved the performance. I loved the whole vibe of it, and I loved how they featured in the film as well. And but by all means, I'm listening to Aaron perform, and I'm like, yep, that's why he's the voice. And there is no doubt, as I said, and I wish we could do our top 10 favorite singers, and because I wonder where he would rank on my list. Of all times, if we're thinking favorite vocal singers of all times, I mean, he'll be in that top echelon. And I'm not going to say what number because I don't want to spoil it when that episode does come across. And so, but yes, New Jack City by Guy at number 2.
Nice, man. And well explained. I like that. I like that a lot, man. My number 2 is produced by Stanley Brown. I'm not going to talk too much about the singer of this track because we've talked about this. We did a podcast about the album, which we included this track. We did include this track on that album, didn't we? When we did Changes? When we did Christopher Williams Changes? Anyway, we did. This is my number 2. I'm Dreaming. Fantastic track. But who I want to talk about here, just for a moment, if you'll indulge me, I'll just mention this track briefly. It's sampled in 16 songs. Most famously, Notorious B.I.G. Machine Gun Funk from 1994, 50 Cent Dreaming from 2009, and KRS-One's I Can't Wake Up from 93. But the guy that's produced this is an incredible New Jack Swing mind. The way Stanley Brown understands New Jack Swing, he is up there with the best. And I don't think we talk about him enough. I'll just mention a few tracks. Like he did I'm Dreaming, which is, it's an absolute belter. This is easily a number 1 on another day.
That's his first production.
Yeah.
Because
So-
before he was doing co-production or playing on Chop Rock stuff and Keep Them Right, and but those were or even Express Yourself. He was doing a lot of but this was the first. I'm Dreaming was the first time he says, "Okay, I'm producing a track from start to finish," and he got to #1.
So a big moment for him, and I think somebody must have interviewed Teddy, and they were talking about "I'm Dreaming" being a Teddy Riley production. He said, "No, that's my brother Stanley Brown."
Yeah.
So I'll just mention a few productions by him. So Stanley Brown, New Jack Swing Productions that you should definitely check out. Keith Sweat, Spend a Little Time, and I Really Love You. I can't remember who mentioned it. They were talking about the Keep It Coming album. Those are two of the best tracks on that. He did one more production on there as well. Today I Got the Feeling, co-producer on that. Good to Go, Never Satisfied. He was on that. Bobby Brown, I Want You, I Need You, which was on the remixes in the key of B. That's Stanley Brown. An absolutely incredible gospel New Jack track by a group called Angel, a company called Angel. The group is called Company. The track is called Angel. The entire album is produced by him, but that Angel production is just stunning. Proper New Jack Swing track. London Jones, You Said. Drew Hill, Tell Me. Foreplay, We Could Do the Nasty. Kid and Play, Back to Basics. The original co-production was Stanley Brown. He also did the co-production with Jam Master Jay for Run DMC's Faces. Mona Lisa, You Said, that was him as well. And I'll just say this one more time. Talk about Stanley Brown more, because that boy is a genius. His production is through the roof. So Stanley Brown, thank you very much for I'm Dreaming. I love it. I'm sorry it's a #2.
He also did Tell Me by Drew Hill, which was first song by Dave Hollister. And that night they took off his vocals and gave it to Drew Hill. Damien is saying, correct, the song was a memento because Dio Pierre Charlie. I'm not sure what.
We've got Damien Hall's joined us tonight.
Yeah. He's been commenting.
Yeah. Okay, Stevie, what is your #2?
There was something I forgot to say about the Guy New Jack City track that the producers Stock Aitken and Waterman a few years later completely took that production and made a New Jack Swing track for one of the biggest pop stars to come out of Australia. I don't know if any of you can mention who she is. One of the biggest pop stars to ever come out of Australia.
UK. She's UK.
Kylie?
No.
Oh, Kylie, yeah. Kylie Minogue.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a track. YouTube after she did a track called Word Is Out. It's her only New Jack Swing track, but it's based on Guy New Jack City. It's just that production. But anyway, I'll get to my #2. I mean, this is a phenomenal Quiet Storm ballad. You could argue this if any track sound production wise sounds a bit dated on this album, it's probably this one, because it sounds like something New Edition could have sung over on Any Heartbreak, the production. It's got that Jam and Lewis kind of late 80s vibe, but it's an absolutely rendering the way he sings it and he builds it up. He renders his way through this. But what a killer. VJ had it at #8. I thought you'd have had it a lot higher than this, VJ. I thought you might have had this at #1, actually.
I feel like an absolute.
I know you're a big Guy fan.
Now you're putting it at #2. He's putting it at #3.
Yeah,
I'm sure somebody's putting it at #1. I'm an arsehole.
Because I remember as well, you bought the promo.
Delete me straight away.
Oh my God.
I remember you getting the promo 12, didn't you, in America?
I did. I was so happy, man.
To get
I think it's got the LP version.
I didn't even know that.
And the instrumental.
That was the promo, you know.
Beautiful 12-inch, man. I'm thrilled to have that 12-inch. Yeah, I do have that 12-inch, man.
What song is this?
Johnny Gill, I'm Still Waiting.
Okay, wow, you got it.
Johnny Gill, I'm Still Waiting.
I didn't know there were remixes. That's amazing. I want it.
There's no remix. It's just an instrumental and a radio edit.
I'll take the instrumental for sure.
Well, it's a great track.
All right.
Okay.
And it fit again the scene in the movie, the raunchy scene where they're getting it on in the movie, and in the background it's playing. It's just again very memorable.
Yeah, And I'll just say I had every song is a 9 out of 10. So it was at number 8. It's a 9 out of 10. Yeah. So
Okay.
take that as you will.
Yeah,
Chuck it. Yeah. Because I'm getting rinsed. Everybody's just in the comments. I'm just getting rinsed. So I have to defend myself, defend my honor and my musical ears.
We have your back. We have your back.
Okay, Andrew, what about you?
All right. So I think on this show, I'm realizing for me, a lot of finest hours happened on this album. I talked about, Keith Sweat having a really fine hour with There You Go Telling Me No Again. And this song was number 3. But then I was listening to it as I was driving. I said, Andrew, be honest with yourself. This song is higher than number 3. It's number 2. This song is so good that when you play it in a club, it's fast. You can't even dance to it, but you still get a reaction. Nino's theme, aka New Jack Hustler, is absolutely, in my opinion, Ice-T's musical finest hour. The lyrics, I'm not a rap person, I'm an R&B person, but the lyrics on this song, there's so many lines like, in my brain, I got a capitalist migraine, and then talking about, 19, I got a $50,000 car. It's just like it's getting into the mindset of what being a hustler is. And even where it goes, how can I be down? Ease back. I die harder than Bruce Willis. There's so many lines in here. Imagine that, me working at Mickey D's. But my favorite line at the end is like, lock me up. It's a genocidal catastrophe. There'll be another one after me, a hustler. It's just like, it's literally like, it's such a hopeless HUST. It's just it's a mindset. It's like, I got to live fast, die young. I just got to like grab it. It's just a mindset thing. So anyway, I'm not doing the song justice, but this song it's intense. New Jack. Hustle. It's perfect. The music, the beat, everything's delivery. It's number 2. And to me, it is kind of like the song that you probably hear the most in the trailers for the movie. I think he nailed it. Ice-T nailed it as a rapper. He nailed it as an actor. This is a performance to be proud of. I think he only got paid like 20 grand for it, but it's crazy how that 20 grand ended up becoming millions for him later on. So anyhow, yeah.
And that chase, dude, chase in the movie, man, with that music playing. How cool was that, man?
Yeah,
like that was exciting.
It's adrenaline. It's adrenaline.
Yeah, so good, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. So before I get to number 1, so guys who are just watching for the first time, before we get to our number 1, we kind of recap all the songs that we've listed. And so for number 11, the one track that didn't make my top 10, it is FS Effect, Get It Together. VJ's number 2, I think.
Wow.
3. My
number 3. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was okay. Yeah. At number 10 was Ice-T's New Jack Hustler, Nina's theme. Number 9 was The Essence, Lyric to the Rhythm. At number 8 is Danny Madden's Facts of Life. Number 7 is Two Live Crew, In the Dust. 6 is Keith Sweat's There You Go Telling Me No Again. Number 5, Levert Queen, Latifah, and Troop for The Love of Money. Number 4, Call Me Bad, I Want to Sex You Up. Number 3 is Johnny Gill, I'm Still Waiting, probably one of the best ballads I've heard on a soundtrack. Number 2, from the OGs of New Jack Guy, New Jack City. And at number 1, a song that sounds so fresh now that it sounds then, a song that just... and a little facts on this. Aaron was helped. Christopher Williams says that Aaron Hall was helping vocal coach him for this track, as Christopher was struggling how to deliver it. And Aaron said, "Why don't you sing it like Michael, like the way you make me feel?" So if you listen to that and listen to Michael's do it, and it is how he said he was trying to deliver it in his own Michael version, and that was what Christopher was talking about.
I love it.
Do that again, mate. That's the full performance of the night, mate. Do it
I think
again.
we should do it again. That would be kind of dope.
Yeah. It is. That's a limited offer. So drink and you miss it. But it is a song that for Stanley Brown to have this as his first track that he produced on his own, and it goes to #1 and blows up, and it sounds amazing till today. It is just another level. Christopher Williams, I'm Dreaming, by far the standout track on the album.
Makes sense, man.
And it's a song that doesn't seem to
Yes.
be dated at all.
Yes.
Great choice, man.
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay, Veej, what's your 11 to 1?
From my list of just consistent 9 out of 10s, my number 11. My number 11 is the Two Live Crew, In the Dust. Just want to mention it samples Aaron Neville, Hercules from '73, Funkadelic, Mummy, What's Funkadelic from 1970, and Cooper, Overture from 1968. Brilliant track. The Two Live Crew. Number 10 was Essence, Lyrics to the Rhythm. Number 9 was the incredible production by Howie T, Spider-Man, and Dr. Freeze, I Want to Sex You Up by Color Me Bad. Number 8, incredible Randy Rand production, I'm Still Waiting. Keith Sweat, There You Go, Telling Me No Again. Great song. That's my number 7. Number 6, Troop, Levert, Queen Latifah, For the Love of Money, Living for the City medley. Number 5, Danny Madden, Facts of Life. Number 4, Ice-T, New Jack Hustler, Nino's Theme. Number 3, FS Effect, Get It Together, Black is a Force. Know what I mean? Number 2, Christopher Williams, I'm Dreaming. Stanley Brown, Take a Bow, man. I love that it's number 1 for you, Namdi. My number 1, so much bias, but it's about New Jack Swing here. New Jack City, New Jack Swing. New Jack Swing from Rex and Effects, the 12-inch version. Did they use it? Did they not? It sounds very similar to me. This one samples James Brown's Soul Power from 1971. For me, it's Guy, New Jack City. I know, Justin, you said that you don't eat pork, and now if I put number 1, you're going to eat pork. Do let me know how that goes. And as I said earlier, any one of my number 4, 3, 2, and 1, which is Ice-T, FS Effect, Christopher Williams, or Guy, they're all interchangeable. They're all fantastic tracks. Today, it's Guy, New Jack City. I love it. Shout out to Bernard Bell, rest in peace. What a co-producer. And Teddy's sound with Bernard Bell was just different. And I love this song. I love this song. And for those that may be interested, the song was completed on the 13th of May, 1990. And it was mastered. What date was it mastered? It was mastered on 26th of November, 1990, just in case you wanted to know. So May 1990 through to November 1990. That's how long the song took to complete. Brilliant. New Jack City. And it was recorded during the Future recording session. So if you have a propensity to listen to The Future by Guy, this album almost made it on that. But because of this, it was put on here. Number 1, New Jack City, Guy. If you don't like it, eat a biscuit.
I like this.
Justin, all love, baby. All love.
Oh, goodness. So for those that just
think
every
that
time you comment, we're all watching and all laughing and responding. So please keep commenting, everyone.
What are you saying, Stevie?
I think it's a biased choice. Obviously, you're a big fan of. We're all a big fan of Guy, but ask yourself this: is it the best Guy track? Is it the best track that's on this album? That's all I'm saying.
It's not.
But is it number 1?
Damien's there.
It'll be out of bias that you put it number 1.
Aaron singing it. Damien's there on drums. Slim's on bass. Teddy's done the production. The
Who's
song,
Slim
the
anyway?
album's New Jack City.
Who's
It's
Slim?
it's the title track to the sound to the album. And what makes you think I like Guy with my Guy t-shirt on? What gave that away? I don't know.
Who is Slim?
It's a biased choice.
I don't know.
What's the best track on the album then?
Any one of
What's
the
the
top
best
4.
track
Any
on
one
the
of the
album?
top 4. Any one of the top the 4.
Yeah, fair enough.
That you could change them. You ask me tomorrow, I'm putting Ice-T there, but Ice-T's already jumped. Like my next list, I'm still waiting at number 2, just like Namdi. It changes, man. It's just today, New Jack City, man. What a tune, man. And I don't think we give it enough recognition, man. It's a great production. It's great, but
yeah,
Good
I mean,
track. Solid track.
it's
It's not their best track, is it? It's not their best track.
If I'm Dreaming wasn't on this track, then I probably could have had it would have had it at number 1. But yeah,
I'll tell you what about. I actually thought this is controversial. I thought Arb's version of New Jack City that was good.
that was a good track. Yeah,
But they were never going to include that with it because obviously of what happened.
Was that Mucho and
ARB,
Timmy Arthur?
New
Mucho
Jack
and
City.
Timmy Arthur did that. Very nice track
Yeah.
with Diesel.
Yeah.
Okay, Stevie, you're 11-1.
I'm not going to mention my 11 yet. I'll mention it when we get to my number 1. But number 10, with 2 Live Crew in the Dust. Number 9, Essence, Lyrics to the Rhythm. Number 8, Full Swing Effect, Get It Together. Number 7, Troop Levert, For Love and Money. Number 6, Keith Sweat, There You Go Telling Me No. Number 5, Danny Madden, Facts of Life. Number 4, Guy, New Jack City. Number 3, Ice-T, New Jack Hustler. Number 2, Johnny Gill, I'm Still Waiting, which leaves 2 very, very big tracks left. And I wonder if you guys can guess which I put at number 11 and which one I put at number 1. Out the 2 tracks that I've not, Calling Me Bad, I Want to Sex You Up, and Christopher Williams, I'm Dreaming. One's at number 11 and one's at number 1.
Rip.
Any takers? Any takers, guys?
There's no way you put Color Me Bad at number 1. There's no way you put Color Me Bad at number 1.
Yeah, I agree. I'm Dreaming's number 1. Color Me Bad's
we
number
reckon
11.
that,
Yeah, I'm with you.
No, it would definitely be I'm Dreaming at number 1.
Could this be the biggest Sheldon moment in the podcast history? Could this be?
No, they're levels. They're levels, but
the biggest Sheldon moment in podcast history. Could I have put Calling Me Bad at number 1? No, I could not. I could not put that at number 1. That's terrible. That's terrible. Terrible opening verse. That minty, horrible first 2 lines. Why, guys? Why did you think it like that? You ruined the track. No wonder they had to do another version because them first 2 opening lines on this soundtrack were shocking. It redeemed itself afterwards. Great R&B track after it, but take away them first. Anyway, my number 1. I was thinking, I've been any better vocal start to a New Jack Swing track ever than Christopher Williams' I'm Dreaming. The only other track that I can think of that's got more memorable, just the vocal, is Guy Teddy's Jam. Jam, Teddy Jam. You know, that is one of the most memorable New Jack Swing vocal openers in New Jack Swing history. But this Christopher Williams track, the way he ums his mouth, I said, "Don't wake me, I'm dreaming." It's just so forgettable. It's just one of the best New Jack Swing tracks of all time for me. One of not the, but one of.
I agree with you.
Easily,
I agree with you.
One track.
Which intro was better for you, Teddy's Jam 1 or Teddy's Jam 2?
Oh, Teddy's Jam 2.
Oh, it depends on the mood, innit?
No, I'd say
For me, it's 2.
2's fantastic.
Number 1 is iconic. No, number 1's iconic though. Number 1 for Aaron's vocal, it's just that it's been sampled so many. It's iconic that.
And the remixes for number 2 were done by somebody who's on this podcast right now. It was done by Damien Hall. Fantastic remixes, man. The Teddy's Jam 2, the Rubber Dub Jam. Oh my God, what the hell was that, man?
Yeah.
Such a great track. And Namdi, is that right that Aaron Hall did the vocal coaching for Christopher Williams on this track? That's fascinating.
Yeah. So when Christopher Williams had, I think one of these Uncensored on I can't remember the name of the TV show. the Uncensored, he was saying that Aaron was in the studio telling him, because he was trying to deliver it, and he says, "Yeah, just try and think of Michael Jackson singing. I'll find a video and share it." And yeah.
What's the Aaron
And then
Hall demo?
Stanley was there.
Is there an Aaron Hall demo of Drew Hill Tell Me as well, isn't there?
There is one of that.
That's on YouTube somewhere. It's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I think but yeah, Stanley, it's on song. Yeah. So Stanley Stanley says that Aaron was in their church. They all went to church, so they've known each other and stuff like that. So he was in a session. But Christopher says Aaron was coaching him through that track and stuff like that. Yeah. All right, Andrew.
Sorry, one last thing. Dayu was saying, what happened to mine and Stevie's alliance? The alliance is done. We are done. No more alliance. We're both on the edge of our seat, and we sleep with one eye open now, just in case. You know what I mean? We don't agree on the music anymore. It's done.
The audacity to call out his number one, just to create a bit of controversy tonight. That's all. Bit of controversy.
Yeah, of course, man.
Oh dear.
Shall I go? I shall go.
No,
all
we've
right.
got one
First of
more.
all, thank you for letting me.
We've got one.
No, Andrew's got to do his list still.
All right, here we go.
All right, sorry.
All right. No, you're fine. Number 11, Two Live Crew. Number 10, Essence. Number 9, FS Effect. Number 8, Facts of Life, Danny Madden. Number 7, New Jack City Guy. Number 6, Wanna Sex You Up, CMB. Number 5, For the Love of Money. Number 4, I'm Dreaming, Christopher Williams. Number 3, There You Go, Telling Me No Again, Keith Sweat. Number 2, New Jack Hustler, Ice-T. And number 1, I guess to no surprise, given my allegiance to Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and the finest hour, in my opinion, for Johnny Gill. This is indeed my favorite Johnny Gill song of all time. It is indeed I'm Still Waiting. And I do wonder if this song was like left off the debut album, because when you listen to songs like or the rest of his debut album, like with the Randy Rand, Spend the Night and Giving My All to You, I feel like this one fits that vein, but it just ended up on the soundtrack. I wish he'd perform it live. I know Jacquees, I think he's like one of the newer R&B singers. I saw a video of him. No, I saw a video of him and Johnny talking, and Jacquees was basically saying, "Hey, I love that song," and they're singing it together. Like, that's love. Totally underrated. My last rant is I don't understand why There You Go is like everyone loves that song. Like he sings that song in every live show, but there's so many other tracks like this one, like I'm Still Waiting, or even like Giving My All to You or whatever that you could be doing live too, or even Let's Just Run Away, but it's always There You Go. So I'm Still Waiting, Johnny's Finest Hour, my number 1. And that's all I wrote.
Fantastic, man. And do you really do you rate I'm Still Waiting ahead of Let's Just Run Away? That's that.
Yes.
I'm not disagreeing.
For me, it's my favorite song by Johnny Gill. It's to me his best song ever. Even at the end, he's just blowing his vocals. Like, come on.
Oh,
yeah.
So when
it's rendering, isn't it? Just feel it.
Mm-hmm. It's an incredible track. You must think I'm an absolute lunatic for putting it at number 8 then.
You may need to eat some baked pork to redeem yourself.
As a lacto vegan, I think I'll have some pork crackling, please.
Just before you do your stuff, let me play just 5 seconds of this.
Memories. It was such a monster hit, and it came out, in the summertime, and it felt good. I got a chance to mimic Michael Jackson, which is a thing that people don't really realize. I was in the studio with Stanley Brown, and Aaron Hall was actually in the studio with us helping me. And Aaron was like, "Act like you Michael Jackson." I was like, my voice ain't that high. He was like, "But as a baritone, if you really listen to the vocal, I have a deep voice, but I'm literally in the booth going, I can't get over." And I'm trying to mimic how he does. It don't know, and that's how the cadence of the vocals came. And we had a lot of fun doing it once they were able to mix and edit the song down.
Yeah.
even at the end of the track, he goes, "Oh!" Like he does
Yeah.
that at the end. And I caught that even before that. So it all makes sense. I love it.
But I
Love
mean, what is it? I think that's a side of Aaron that people then don't really get to hear. Then he's like, Aaron is like helping his brother, helping the brother shine. So yeah, just do it as if you're doing Michael. Because if you're a Michael fan, you would hear it and think, oh, there was some those things there. But he was struggling, and so that's and I knew I heard it, and so that's Keith Christopher Williams doing on the Unsung, talking about that. Yeah. So Veach, the master list.
Okay, just before that, some shout outs to a few people. Thank you to everybody who submitted their list for this particular master list. Shout outs to Claude. Happy birthday to you today. Brandon, Renge, Mandeep, Solguru, Zach, Rajan, and everybody else that's submitted list. So thank you very much. So this is the master list. Number 11, The Two Live Crew in the Dust. Number 10, Essence, Lyrics to the Rhythm. Number 9, Color Me Bad, I Want to Sex You Up.
Wow.
Number 8, For the Love of Money, Living for the City, Troop and Levert. Number 7, FSFX, Get It Together, Black as a Force. Number 6, Danny Madden, Facts of Life. Number 5, Keith Sweat, There You Go, Telling Me No Again. Number 4, Johnny Gill, I'm Still Waiting. Number 3, Guy, New Jack City. And for the first time in a long time, number 1 is joint with 2 different choices. They got exactly the same tally, which is like the probability of that is so low. So Christopher Williams, I'm Dreaming, and Ice-T's New Jack Hustler, joint number 1.
That's fair.
That's it.
Wow.
That's your lot.
Okay.
Wow. I won the podcast.
Well, so definitely an album that divides opinion, but definitely an album that will go in history as even Chris Williams doing his best Michael Jackson imitation on "I'm Dreaming." But we, as always, all the songs on this album we celebrate, and we we're joking around comparing Johnny Gill and Aaron Hall. But it's the fact that we can appreciate both vocal styles and artists as well. So, guys, we appreciate everyone who was watching for the last 2 hours, all the comments and stuff like that. It makes the show. I mean, if not, we could have just been 2, 3 of us, 4 of us talking to ourselves. But as you guys are part of the show, it adds to the dynamics as well. So appreciate everyone. It has been a busy 3. We've had 3 shows within 4.5 weeks, so it's been busy for us. We'll be back after Easter. Not sure what, but we always appreciate you. So, final thoughts, guys. Rating the album out of 10, VJ.
I give it a 9. I think what this album represented at that time was everything. Like with the accompanying movie as well. You had all the artists in it: Christopher Williams, Troop and Levert. You had Guy in it. You had Keith Sweat in it. You had Ice-T in it. So it was music and movie and everything all in one. And I thought it was incredible. And I read, I don't know if you remember the film with Clint Eastwood, Heartbreak Ridge, which Mario Van Peebles was the co-star in that. I believe Clint Eastwood convinced the studio to let Mario Van Peebles direct this. So if you're going to get somebody like Clint Eastwood to say, hey, you got to give this guy a shot, I thought that was an incredible thing to say. But this soundtrack meant everything. 9 out of 10 because of what it meant. This meant a lot. And I know a lot of people said that this soundtrack it could have been better. I mean, you could argue that with a lot of things. But I think what this soundtrack represented, it has to be a 9 out of 10.
Stevie?
I'll give it 11 out of 10. I realise I've got an EU copy of the CD. I've got a German pressing of the CD. I've got a UK pressing of the vinyl. and I've got an RSD. That's 4 copies I've got of this damn soundtrack, and all the singles with all the mixes, and the DVD. So I've invested in this soundtrack. So it gets 11 out of 10 for me. Thank you, please.
And I'm sure you got lots of singles as well off the album as well. I'm sure you got all of the singles off this album.
Yeah, I've got all the singles from it, remixes. Yeah.
Andrew, what about you?
I'm honestly with Justin on this one, man. For me, it's actually a 7. Sorry. I think it could have been a lot better. I think it was uneven. Yeah, I think it was uneven. I think there was like hits and forgettables, in my opinion. And but where it shined, So maybe an 8, 7.5. But I do think Boomerang and Mo Money are superior, in my opinion. So that's just me.
I would give it an 8, and I would say that I had better memories of the album up till the time I had to listen to it to review it, and it was like, oh, okay, and it had some really strong ones and a few weak ones. So I'll give it an 8, but for its impact on the soundtrack genre going forward, I give it a 10 out of 10 because I think this I think we talked about House Party and stuff, but there was something about this album that then shifted from the East Coast and the West Coast, even with them as well, and definitely a momentous album. Okay, so guys, we appreciate you. We love you guys, and thanks always for being part of us and for commenting as we do this live. And we will be back. And just keep celebrating the music, whether you buy it, you stream it, or watch it, and no competition. Everyone's a winner as well. So we appreciate everyone, and we will chat to you soon. Take care.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
Somewhere in between us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay, you okay?
They don't understand what Jonas Boys and men all spirits.
Play it.
These guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different